Yeah, I joined the cult, or basically lived with the cult for 2 days. So yeah, it began with the second day in Spain, and I had no idea where to sleep and what to do. I cannot speak Spanish. And with a group of pilgrims, and we were walking, but we were walking like not like together, but like with a distance of like 1 kilometer, and then we waited like at some certain points for each other, and we wanted to camp together. Then I walked up this road. I just came along the way here, and there I met the guy who just invited me today to go to this place. This road, and there was like a guy who was like, "Hey, you wanna sleep here?" I'm like, "Nah, sorry, I have to go with the other pilgrims." He was like, no problem. But you wanna have something to drink? I'm like, "Nah, sorry, I have to go." But he's like, "Yeah, it's just one matcha. It's not that. It doesn't take that time." I'm like, okay, just one matcha. Oh, and I told him I have no money, but he's like, "Nah, problem. You can stay here." I'm like, "Yeah, what exactly are you?" Like, "Yeah, we are a house. We're like a community here. Yeah, I'm from Israel." He's like. I'm like, "Yeah, you're so Jews." He's like, "No, I'm not really Jews. So we're just a community. We want to help each other." I'm like, "So cool." And I drank, and the second pilgrim after me came. He also joined, and he also drank something. And I'm like, maybe I should stay here because they're like kind of interesting. And they also had like at their house, they had like a bakery. So he showed me the bakery. And then the second pilgrim, he returned because he had bad health. So he returned to the city. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I stay. I told the other pilgrims." So yeah, he showed me a room, and he had a shower, and he gave me everything, and he gave me like food. But then he had to go, and there was like a man with like a huge white beard who's called Israel, who took care of me. And then we cracked almonds together, and he told me about like his community. He saw, "Yeah, we're a community. We want to live, just all together without money, and we just want to help each other, and pray to God, and it's just there's like so much violence in this world." I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's like all about peace, and like it doesn't matter what you believe." As long as you believe makes everybody live together in peace. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, they're just a community who love each other. It's like, yeah, we have a ritual this evening we want to join. We watch like the moon. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, join the ritual. So in the evening, we went like to another house, and I entered there. There were like 30 people. Who all from this community. I didn't know it was a cult back then, and they all had like some very weird headbands, and they all drank matcha, and they also gave me matcha, but they didn't give me a head. So yeah, we went outside. We went to watch the moon, but yeah, it took like 30 minutes. Didn't see anything because there were clouds, so the whole day. So fuck. But what really struck me was that all the children, after 30 minutes, they were like, I don't know, bored and did shit. So parents were like kind of harsh to them, which was like completely different to how they were to me, because they were like so kind to me. But okay. So then we went inside, we had a ceremony, which was kind of interesting. They read out of the Bible, and they told me like, "Yeah, it's so awesome that Thilo is here. We are so thankful." And everybody was told me like, "Thank you so much that you're here." And like, okay, that is nice, And then we ate. They ate with sticks, like Asian people do, and they ate lasagna, which was fucking awesome. And yeah, I prayed because I always pray before I eat. Then this guy, Israel, next to me is like, "Oh, so awesome. You really respect God, and you think, it's like you really would fit in very good in our community." And we continue to talk about the community. I asked like this guy, "Yeah, you believe in Jesus?" It was another guy who's like, and he's like, "Nah, Jesus is a fucking joke." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, "Nah, we don't believe in Jesus. We believe in Joshua." Like, who's Joshua? "Yeah, he's our savior, She told me about Joshua, and basically it is Jesus. They just call Jesus Joshua. They basically live like the first disciples of Jesus, try to live in a community. Yeah, I found out that they believe that the end times are kind of coming. Yeah, that only the ones who live like Jesus told them will go to heaven. What I didn't realize back then, but I found out later, was that meant that everybody in their group went to heaven if the end times is coming, and they believe it. it's coming now, so it's not like everybody in the world who is nice goes to heaven, but just them. Okay, I didn't realize this background. So we went back home. I slept there. Next day, I get a breakfast, and then they were like super kind to me. They were like, "Yeah, we have a second place where you can stay tomorrow. This night, it's like a farm. You can stay there. You can sleep there. You can work." I'm like, "So awesome! Yeah, it's like so. Thank you so much that you're here. It's not a coincidence that you come. It's not a coincidence that you were the only pilgrim who stayed here. You come here and work here for a week. I think you're like really, really something special. You're really meant to be here." And like, okay. And I started to get my suspicions. Like, what exactly is this, right? And like, yeah. And we also have like a place next. I think it's like some Eastern European state. Like, I don't know. We have a community there. You should really go there. They're also like really, really nice. And he gave me like cards and a lot of like flyers. I'm like, okay. So I went to the next community house. There I also got my room. They were also really, really nice and welcoming. Wanted food, but like, nah, I just want to eat, work. We built a hut. You can go there. There was actually like another pilgrim on a bike who worked there, who was from Germany, which was actually quite close to me. So we worked there, we two, and like one of the cult. Then the one from the cult went to get something, and then the German guys told me, "You know what they are?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're some really, really nice community." Like, "No, they're a cult." I'm like, "What?" And like, yeah, I also didn't know, but I looked them up in the internet, and they're like scandals that they kind of misuse the children, and that it's like kind of really hard to get out of sight there, and that they kind of brainwash you, and yeah. So, fuck. I mean, I don't want to talk bad about them, but I read the Wikipedia article, and they don't send their children to school, and they just kind of indoctrinate you to go there and live there, and yeah. I have to say, though, I'm really, really thankful for them because they just gave me so awesome things. And yeah, thank you, 12 Tribes. I'm not gonna join you, but thank you so much for everything you gave me. And yeah.